Hey there, it's Vickie Howell here to get you started on the Autumn Anklet socks from box number 19 from YarnYay. So to get started, we are going to be working over 3 double-pointed needles with a 4th that'll be introduced as the working needle. But I always suggest casting on all of your stitches to 1 needle at a time so you're not battling a bunch of needles while you're in the middle of the cast on process. So I've done that here. The cast on amount will vary based on what size you're making. And this needle that we've cast onto will ultimately be needle number 3, and I'll show you more of that in a second. So from here, we want to evenly distribute the stitches. So this needle that we're introducing now will actually be needle 1. And to transfer the stitches, you want to slip them purlwise onto that needle. The reason why it matters which way you slip them is that it'll determine whether or not the stitches are twisted or not. So if you slip purlwise, and this goes for if you're just slipping, if a pattern calls for a slip stitch as well. If you slip them purlwise, it will ensure that the stitch is not twisted. If you slip it knitwise, it twists the stitch. So it just depends on what look you're going for. Okay, so you want to evenly distribute the stitches over 3 needles, as I mentioned before. If you don't have an exact number that's divisible by 3, just put the extras on needle 2, which is what I'm introducing now. So needle 2 is the last needle that you introduce. It's actually going in the middle, which is a little counterintuitive, but that's just the way it is. Whoops, that's flipping. And you want to just continue slipping the stitches until you have all of them distributed. All right, once you have your stitches distributed across the 3 needles, I like to lay them down on a table or surface and just make sure that all of the bottoms of the stitches, so where the little bumps are all facing the same direction. This will ensure that you don't twist when you join. Once you join, if you're twisted, there's not really any great fix for that. So it's an important step. All right, so from here, we've got needle 1, needle 2, needle 3. Needle 3 is the one at the beginning that's connected to the working yarn. This is the most persnickety part of working with double-pointed needles in the round ever. So once you get through this one stitch, you're golden. So to join, we're going to be working in a rib. So my first stitch is a knit stitch for the cuff. So you would just insert your needle into that first stitch on needle 1, and then the working yarn is coming from needle 3 right now, and you want to knit that stitch. All right, now your round is joined, and you can ignore all the other needles now except for the 2 that you're working with. So that is all there is to joining. From here, as I said, we're going to be working in a rib stitch. So knit 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Now in the anklet pattern, we just work, I don't know, about an inch or so of this stitch pattern, the same stitch pattern all the way around. But if you wanted to add more yarn, you could continue in this stitch pattern for as long as you wanted your cuff. So anywhere from, anklet like we're making to calf length to knee length, you do you. It could all be done in the same manner. So I'm just going to get to the end of this first needle only because I want to show you, just as a refresher, how you move on to the next needle. Okay, so we're working our stitches. Worked the last one on this needle 1. So now I've got an empty needle over here. I just rotate, switch so I have my empty needle back in my right hand, and then I just resume working in that rib stitch. And that is all you do until you've completed the rounds as called for in the Autumn Anklet pattern, or until your cuff is as long as you would like it. Now, if you pull what I did, if you pull your needle out on accident, don't panic. They can slide back in, no big deal. You got this. Just continue with your cuff. That's all there is to it.